Let's move next to Penn State's victory over Ohio State tonight. Actually, a pretty aesthetically pleasing game at times here. A little more offense than I think some people would have expected. Penn State plays, the way they surround Jalen Pickett with those shooters and they let him go to work. I mean, they're a fun offense to watch. But Ohio State kept up for large stretches of this game with some nice individual shot making from Bryce Sensabaugh. And this is now, guys, I can't believe this stat. This is 14 losses in 15 games for Ohio State. And not only that, I mean, for those of you that bet like I do, this is 14 games they have not covered out of 15 games. I mean, it's just unheard of in the sport for something to happen that consistently. Penn State, though, got it done when it mattered, and they are another team on the bubble. RC, you think Penn State has a better shot at getting into the tournament than the Michigan team we just talked about?
Well, they do because they were the first four out. And getting a win tonight, which counts up to quad one win, which I don't understand how for a team that lost 9 straight. Like, how the hell do you get a quad one win with that one? But a lot smarter people than me understand that because I still don't get that. That makes no sense to me at all. None at all. But again, they took care of business. You had to win that game. Ohio State's lost 9 straight now. They had 8 straight coming into this one. So if you're on a bubble and you're first four out, you just can't do it. And credit to Penn State. They came in, took care of business. Pickett struggled the first half, only had 2, came out, closed the show with 21 in the second half, and he closed the game and finished it for him. So, you got to win these games when you're in the Big Four like that, or a 4 outside trying to get in.
Tyler, do you think Ohio State's quit on the season right now?
Man, I thought they showed some battle.
Yeah.
I like Sensabaugh. I don't think they quit. I think Penn State can get hot. I think Jalen Pickett, once they get going and they start shooting well, they can play with anybody. But no, I don't think Ohio State has quit. But it's hard to make a case that they're playing. I mean, they're not playing well. But I don't think they've quit.
They've had some injuries too, and credit to those guys. They started 4 freshmen tonight. I mean, and those guys, they played their tail off. They were right there at the end. I mean, and then Pickett just went to work on the young guys, and there was nothing they can do when they got the switches. He went inside. He got going. He just closed the game like you expect the all-conference guy to be. But the freshmen battled their ass off. I was impressed with the group. I mean, I thought they played well.
Yeah, they've got talent. That's the thing. Yeah. I think with both the Michigan team we just talked about, who was on the right side of the victory column tonight, and then this Ohio State team that's been on the wrong side for 2 months, like both of these teams to me are top half talented teams in this Big Ten conference, which is not even a little bit down. It's a down year in the Big Ten from what we've seen over the last decade. And I don't know, I look at what Ohio State did in the non-conference, they were competitive with some better basketball teams than the teams they've seen in conference play, right? Like San Diego State was a pretty good game. They lost that game. Duke at Duke was a pretty good game. They lost that game. But I feel like some of their losses before tonight have really snowballed. And I give them credit tonight for making it close, which you would hope they can do against a bubble team in Penn State at home. But to me, I really do feel like a lot of it was just making shots that they haven't made in a couple weeks.